Hello, I have Selin Sayet Böke, Turkey's main opposition Republic People Party's MP, and Herta Daubler-Gmelin, former Germany Justice Minister and President of Justice of Parliament Assembly of Council of Europe. Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's talk about women issue. What is women empowerment in social democracy?
Well, social democracy relies on very basic principles of equality and freedom, and therefore requires that all disadvantaged groups are actually empowered so that they're equal within the society and all social structures. And given the patriarchal system that we have globally, actually, it's clear that women stand at a disadvantaged position because of the system structure. So clearly we need empowerment programs for women and all other disadvantaged groups, because the system actually is built such that indeed the patriarchal outcome that we see is because of the system. So clearly we need programs that directly target empowerment of all disadvantaged groups, including women.
What would you say about the same question?
Well, you see, I fully agree with her. This is my first sentence. And the second one would be, women need equal rights, equal chances, and equal respect. That's what social democracy means.
For you as a social democrat, how would you handle problems in social democracy, such as gender equality, women's health, child marriage, domestic workers, domestic violence? What would you say?
I think we have to think of this in a broad sense, right, rather than specific issues, because if we argue that it's coming from the structure of the system, then all policies that we propose has to be targeting to change that system that's indeed causing these outcomes, rather than just tackling the symptoms that we observe. And the system, as I said, would best be defined as a patriarchal system. So we need one where everybody finds that they're equally included in the society, which means we need inclusive institutional structures to resolve all of these issues that you mentioned. And when you think of inclusive institutions, I would think of two core institutions. One is a parliamentary democracy, a true democracy, where everybody feels that they have a say in decisions that are made on behalf of them. And the second would be a true welfare state, where by right, actually, the state is actually there to provide protection on the basis of that right that you achieve as being a part of that system.
And, simply to add, because in this question, absolutely right, and I'm absolutely convinced that you are right, to give you a very specific and practical answer. Domestic violence means that the state has to protect the wife and the kids, not only out of moral reasons or because gender equality is important, but domestic violence is one of the most awful sources of crime, because babies are sweet. When they are learning that not the guy who is right and has the better values has a success, but those who eats more, who is stronger, then he learns or she learns the wrong way of life, and this creates crime. So you have to abolish, you have to put away domestic violence. How can you do that? By taking that who beats out of the family, but punishing him and forbidding him to go back. We have a law for that. That even, let's say, if a wife beater owns an apartment, he has to go, and she and the kids, they are staying at home. These are practical measures and practical steps to teach wife beaters and child beaters that this is wrong and is not to be tolerated. This means you have to respect women, you have to respect kids. But if you are not interested, I won't go with that. Okay.
May I add something to this, which is very relevant, right? Because rightfully we're pointing out to a lawmaking process that would actually abolish domestic violence. But for that to actually work, we also need politicians who, in their language as well, not only in the lawmaking process, but de facto, actually respect the rights of the woman. Currently in Turkey, for example, we have ministers who come out and claim that those who are actually demanding justice for women who have lost their lives out of domestic violence, are terrorists because they demand justice for this process. Therefore, coming back to the question, the practicality is clearly in the political domain, both in the lawmaking, where women are actually protected because the system actually is built against them, and also the politicians in their language as well make sure that they drive that equality.
And journalists who tell the public that out of 100 people who beat at home, meaning being the beaters of domestic violence, 88 are men, and about 5 are women. So, and the rest is man to man and woman to woman. So, making very clear where the problem is. That's a moral problem, a legal problem, and a problem of eradicating crime at the source. That would be a wonderful task for, let's say, public and journalistic works.
Okay. Do you think women have a real voice in all governance institutions in Europe and in Germany?
No. Well, it's improving, but if you tell me such a question, I have to answer flatly no.
In Turkey?
Well, I think the answer is cross-cutting, right? It's a no globally, rightfully said so. In Turkey, it also goes to an extreme where over the past 20 years, despite the thousands of years of culture that was actually driven by female power, the Anatolian culture, we're being dictated that it should be more patriarchal. So this comes back to the issue that it's actually a system, a global system that's driving the lack of voice for women. Hence, we need a stronger political fight for this.
And is women issue only women matter?
No, let me answer this first. You see, it's nice that you, as a woman journalist, are asking these questions. I think that what I said, equal rights, equal opportunity and equal respect, will implement it if a man asks those questions. And not only to women, but to men itself. Because God created human beings as men and women, and not as men and at the periphery are some women.
Well, clearly, I agree that the question should be asked by a man to a man, but the fight will have to be put up together, right? So a change will only come through human beings who carry on and internalize these values. And who would internalize them? Well, women clearly suffer more, so they're already part of the fight. But this can only happen if we have people defined as humans rather than through their genders, and actually take on those values. So we can only win if we have more solidarity across genders, across identities, and we will only be stronger then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.